All right, so this is the second part of 7-4A, and if you have not watched the first, you will have to watch that first. So please, please, please do that. Okay. So once again, like we did before, I want to find the least common denominator, which is also the least common multiple of the two denominators. Okay, so I'm going to factor both of these. So I have 2x minus 2 I want to look at, and then I have an x squared minus 4x plus 3 that I want to look at. Okay, so my 2x minus 2, I can pull out a 2, and I'm left with x minus 1. Okay, and over here I can factor this. This is x minus 3 and x minus 1. Okay, so when I find my least common denominator, I want to take the bigger of the two, but I want to account for everything. Okay, so the only GCF I have, the only numerical value I have in either one of these is 2, so I have to include that. I have an x minus 1, just one of them over here, and I have just one x minus 1 over here. Okay, and then I can't forget my x minus 3. Even though it's not on the left, I still have to account for it because it is on the right, and nothing can disappear, if you will. Okay, so my least common denominator among both of these is 2 parentheses x minus 1 parentheses x minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to change these to have that common denominator. So I'm going to say x plus 2 over, and I'm going to put this in factored form, 2 comma x minus 1. Okay, now when I compare this denominator with our least common denominator, notice the only part I'm missing is my x minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this by x minus 3 over x minus 3. And remember, what permits me to do that is this is really just 1. So I'm making it look different, but I'm not changing its actual value. Okay, and then I have a minus. Okay, and then I have a negative 2x minus 1 over, and once again, I'm going to put this in factored form, which is x minus 3 and x minus 1. Okay, so here the only thing I'm missing, I have my x minus 3, x minus 1 is the 2, so I'm going to multiply this by 2 over 2. Okay, now when I multiply this and this together, what I get is x plus 2, x minus 3 over 2, x minus 1, x minus 3, minus, and then I have the 2, negative 2x minus 1 over x minus 1, x minus 3, and then I also have that 2 that I multiplied it by. Okay, so because I have the same denominators, I can put them together now. So if I go ahead and and FOIL this out, I get x squared minus x minus 6 minus, and then if I go ahead and put this through, I get 2 times negative 2x minus 1 over 2x minus 1, x minus 3. Okay, I'm going to simplify this a little bit more. Okay, so x squared minus x minus 6 minus, well, this here is a minus 4x, and this is a, I want to subtract the thing, so minus 4x and then a minus 2 over 2 parentheses x minus 1, x minus 3. Okay, so a little bit more, x squared minus x minus 6 plus 4x plus 2 over 2 parentheses x minus 1, x minus 3. Okay, simplify a little bit more. I have, x squared, I have a minus x and a plus 4x, so plus 3x, and then a minus 6 plus 2, which is a minus 4, over 2 parentheses x minus 1, x minus 3. All right, so we're almost done. My numerator here does factor. Okay, so that's x plus 4 times x minus 1 over 2 parentheses x minus 1, x minus 3. Okay, now notice we have a common factor, x minus 1, x minus 1. So I'm left with x plus 4 over 2 parentheses x minus 3. That is it. Okay. Now, I do need to restrict my domain. So anywhere along the way, I would have a denominator of 0. I have to restrict. So right here, my x can't equal 1. My x can't equal right here. It can't equal 3. And that's it. So this would be my overall final answer. All right, let's do part B in example 4. Now, if you want to brave it out and try this one on your own, go for it. Go ahead and pause this and then we'll go over it. If you're not quite there yet, that's okay, and we will go do this together. All right, so I want to look at my two denominators because they are different. Okay, so here are my two denominators, and I want to factor both of them out. So this is x minus 2, x minus 1. And this over here is 2 parentheses x minus 2. Okay, so the least common denominator, I have my 2 that I have to account for. Okay, I have an x minus 2 on both sides. And then I'm left with an x minus 1, so I have to account for that too. So my least common denominator is 2 parentheses x minus 2, x minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this. So 5x minus 1 over... and I'm going to write this in factored form here, which is just x minus 2, x minus 1. And if I compare this denominator to our least common denominator, the only thing I'm missing is the 2. So I'm going to multiply it by 2 over 2. Okay, then I'm going to minus, and I'm going to negative 2x minus 1. And then I'm going to put the factored form of the denominator in, which is 2 parentheses x minus 2. Okay, now notice when I have this, notice the only thing I'm missing is my x minus 1. So I'm going to multiply x minus 1 over x minus 1. Okay, so when I put it together, I have 2 parentheses 5x minus 1 over 2x minus 2, x minus 1. Okay, minus, and then I have x minus 1 times negative 2x minus 1 over 2 parentheses x minus 2, x minus 1. All right, so if I want to clean this up, I'm going to go ahead and distribute this through. So it'd be 10x minus 2. And then it's minus this whole thing. And if I FOIL this out here, I would get negative 2x squared plus x plus 1. Okay, and all that's going to be over 2x minus 2, x minus 1. All right, so I am subtracting this. So one of the biggest things missed is we're not, or some kids don't distribute this negative through. So we do want to distribute this minus through. We're subtracting the whole thing. Okay, so if I rewrite this, 10x minus 2 plus 2x squared minus x minus 1 over 2 parentheses x minus 2, x minus 1. Okay, then I want to clean it up. So I have a 2x squared. I have a positive 10x minus x, so plus 9x. And then a minus 2 and a minus 1, a minus 3 over 2 parentheses x minus 2, x minus 1. All right, so when I look at this, 2x squared plus 9x minus 3, I want to see if this factors anymore. So I want to ask myself, are there two numbers that multiply to a times c, which is negative 6? So two numbers that multiply to negative 6, but add to b, which is 9, positive 9. And no, there's not. So this can't be factored, so this can't be broken down anymore. So now all I have to do is restrict my domain. Okay, so anywhere along the way that would make a denominator 0, I have to say x cannot equal. So we have x cannot equal 2 right here, x cannot equal 1 right here, and that is it. Okay, so this right here would be my final answer. And this is what you should have gotten.